Hey, welcome back in Man 2040 Business&Technology&Psychology Thinkcast. As you know, in this Thinkcast, we talk about technology, we talk about business, and we talk about psychology. And today, I'm going to talk something very, very important, which is all about your productivity, okay? So the point of this, you have 8 hours per day, right? Just 8 hours. 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to commute and other family time, etc., right? And in these 8 hours of work, we want to be productive, right? We want to be productive. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. We are on work, but actually not very productive because we are very much distracted, right? And what's the reason behind that distraction? There are many reasons behind that distraction. We are distracted by email, by social media, by LinkedIn, etc. And in the end, the time we come back home, we are unsatisfied because if you know, your heart knows, hey, today you didn't produce much, then the time you come back home, you are not very well, you are not happy, okay? And the same cycle gets repeated again and again and again. And after that, what happens? You are completely depressed. So in order to solve this problem, I want to suggest you something very, very solid and pragmatic and practical. If you put that into practice, it's a real game changer. And what is that? Listen. You have 8 hours of work. Divide your 8 hours in two slots. 4 hours morning, 4 hours evening or afternoon, right? Okay. And these 4 hours in the morning are very, very important. If you lose focus in those 4 hours, then it's very difficult to really get to boost our confidence for those last 4 hours. Okay, so what I would say is morning 4 hours are very important, and eat that big frog in the morning. As Brian Tracy, one of the sales experts, say that eat the big frog in the morning. It means that do that difficult task in the morning. Maybe you need to make cold call. If you are a salesperson, you need to make cold calls, right? Do that in the morning, because if you do that in the morning before lunch, before 1 o'clock, you will feel good about yourself, right? Even though if you didn't produce much, but you made those calls consistently every day, you know that something sooner or later would happen. And thereafter, you go for lunch, right? And you are happy. You're happy about yourself because you have produced something, right? So that would be my advice. Eat the big frog in the morning, right? Do that complex task in the morning. Don't talk here and there. Don't bullshit here and there. Morning is head down mode, okay? There are two modes, head down mode and head up mode. Both modes are very important. Morning is just head down mode. You just concentrate at your job. If you're in the sales, make those calls in the morning. It's very hard. But if you do that, these 4 hours will boost your confidence to tackle last 4 hours. Right? But actually, what happens? We come to work, we start reading email, we go to social media, we go to LinkedIn, we see who liked our comment and who has read this and etc. So the time we go to work and we open our PC, what we see, we are looking for we're waiting for some good news. Hey, maybe there's some offer for me. Maybe someone has said something good about me. And in reality, it never happens. It rarely happens, right? And what happens? That complete confidence level, that curiosity, what we had, that goes down. Okay, and then we half-heartedly we start doing our work, and then entire day go waste. So I repeat, First thing it is, divide your 8 hours in two slots, 4 hours morning, 4 hours in the evening. Second point, in morning hours, eat the big frog. I mean, do that complex task in the morning. If you are in the sales job, make those calls in the morning, right? Because it will boost your confidence and it will give you momentum to follow those last hours, right? Third thing it is the time you come to work in the morning, don't open even LinkedIn. Don't look those messages, those notifications on LinkedIn, because generally LinkedIn is also a social media network where people share information. But in reality, that these messages don't really add any value to your work. Okay, do that in the last second slot of the day. So this is my advice. If you follow these advice, I'm sure it's gonna be the real game changer for your professional life. Thank you very much and see you next time. Goodbye.